Welcome back. Let's now get our data. And I've just realized that, silly me, we did actually clone the PyTorch deep learning repo, which is up here. And we want the data that lives in the data folder, which is the pizza, steak, sushi zip file. We could go to get this raw URL. So we could copy that link address, bring it in here and do something like wget that, download it. Or we could have just, instead of deleting everything except for the going modular folder, we could have just got it there. But there is some code that we've written, very similar to what we've done before, to download the data from an external resource. We're going to rewrite this just for some practice, but you could always just copy it from here. Or as a little extension challenge to you, you could turn this into a function called download data. Or another little extension is, instead of removing all of the PyTorch deep learning repo when we clone it, keep the data folder as well as the going modular folder. So that would be modifying this set of lines here. But for now, let's just do it the tried and true way that we've done it before, by importing OS and then importing zip file. This is good to practice anyway, even though we've done it a couple of times now, because you often will have to download data or download something from external resources. So we'll import the request module, we'll set up the data path, and then we'll set up the image path as well, equals path from Python's path module. So that's going to be our data path. Then we'll set up the image path, which is going to be where our pizza, steak, and sushi images live. Pizza, steak, and sushi. And just a reminder, these are images from a subset of classes from the Food 101 dataset. So we're starting small. That's why we're working on Food Vision Mini. And so if the image folder doesn't exist, we want to download the data from GitHub. Download it and prepare it. ... So if image path dot isdir, we will go, so if this path is a directory, it already exists, we will print out f, and then we'll go image path directory exists, skipping, re-download. Nice little printout there. What have we got wrong there? Oh no. Else, if it doesn't exist, if it's not a directory, we want to download it. So let's print out another message here. Did not find image path, downloading it. So then we'll go image path dot mkdir. So for make directory, we want to go parents. If we need to create any parent directories, we'll create those as well. And if it already exists, a directory named image path with the same path as that, we're going to say that's okay. And then we're going to keep going. So let's download the pizza, steak, and sushi data. This is going to be downloading it from GitHub with open data path / pizza, steak, sushi.zip. So our images are in a zip folder, which is this file name here, data. So we'll open that up as, we need write binary because we want to download this particular file and write it to the file system here. That's where we want it, as f. So f is an alias for file. So write binary, wb. So request, we're going to create a request here. Request.get, this is using the request library from PyTorch. So we're going to get this URL, but we want the download URL, which is going to be the raw URL. So there's that URL that we're going to get. And then we're going to go print, go downloading pizza, steak, sushi data, ... And then we're going to go f.write. So this file that we've opened, write binary as f.write the request content. Request.content. Beautiful. And then because this is going to download as a zip folder, we want to unzip it programmatically, right? So let's go unzip pizza steak sushi data. We can go with zip file dot zip file data path / pizza steak sushi. This time we're going to read the downloaded file that we did with the R permission as the zip reference. So zip ref for short. So this is where we're bringing in zip file from the Python library. Zip file.zip file. Open up the zip folder that we just would have downloaded from GitHub. And then we'll go unzipping pizza steak sushi data. This should be relatively quick because there's not too much data there. If it was a large data folder, it may take a little while, but that's to be expected. The more data you have, the more compute it takes. Extract all image path, beautiful. And then we want to remove .zip file. Yeah, we can remove it. We don't need the zip file after that. os.remove data path / pizza steak sushi.zip. Now, of course, my challenge to you is to functionize this to be a function such as download data. And you would only pass it, say, a URL, and it would download data and do all these steps for you. Or, of course, as we clone the repo, you could just keep the data folder there because we're cloning this whole repo. Keep the data folder instead of removing it. So there's two little extensions you could try, but let's see how our code goes. Do we download? Yes, we do. Did not find pizza steak sushi. Downloading it, and unzipping it. Let's have a look here. Data. Pizza steak sushi. Let's have a look at the training images. Pizza steak sushi, as we've seen before. And there is a delicious, not the greatest photo of pizza, the most aesthetically pleasing, but it is a photo of pizza nonetheless. There's another one. Delicious margarita there. Making me hungry. That's the challenge of working on food vision. Now, let's set up the directories, hey? Set up directory paths. So we want a training and a test directory path. So we'll go train dir equals our image path / train, and we'll create a test dir equals image path / test. And then we can inspect both of those just to make sure we've got paths to the right. Yeah, there we go. Data pizza steak sushi train, data pizza steak sushi test. There's our paths. So we are now up to, can you guess the next step? We've done it a few times now, but if you can't, that's all right. We're going to cover it in the next video. Let's turn our image folders into data loaders. Now, there's a little trick that we're going to have to do with this one, but I'll show you that in the next video. I'll see you there.